raise organic produce and actually get it to city temples who do not have access to it. So you'll see in this presentation, one of Srila Prabhupada's lasting wishes was for there to be more farm communities, but not just more in quantity, but for there to be a divine connection between the farm communities, not just to sit out there in rural Pennsylvania, but to actually share a connection with each devotee who's in the cities as well. So we want to, as we continue, so just an overview, we'll tell you about how Gita Nagari got started, just to give you a little background. But we'll also get into what we're offering today, which is our CSA program, basically a way to get those vegetables to your with as low barrier as possible. We want to make it as easy as possible so that you feel like you have a relationship with Gita Nagari. So, if you can see on the map, this is where we are located. So if you ever do want to visit, for those who did not raise their hands, we are just 3 hours away, but we're really in the perfect location, and Srila Prabhupada knew that. We are between 1.5 and 3 hours away from many temples, whether that's Philly or New Jersey, New York, Baltimore. So we're really in a prime location. So let's go into our story just a bit. So in 1956, Gita Nagari is conceived. Now, we're going into our 50th anniversary this year. You can tell those numbers don't necessarily add up. So in 1956 was when it was conceived by Srila Prabhupada. It wasn't yet in existence because, as we know, Srila Prabhupada had tremendous vision for knowing what a writing competition in India for someone who could create the most ideal society. And of course, Srila Prabhupada said, this is a perfect chance to show the world what could be. So in this essay, also called the Gita Nagari Prophecy, Srila Prabhupada conceived Gita Nagari. Imagine a land that lives and embodies the principles of the Bhagavad Gita. They're simple living, they are raising from the land, it goes to the table, it gets distributed, it's prasad, it's serving deities, all of it in its community is in service to Krishna. So, what did Srila Prabhupada exactly say? This first paragraph is super important. The Gita Nagari will be therefore the main preaching center of the supreme authority of Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead. I mean, it's so important that he says the main, because where every devotee needs to be. It shall be proclaimed from that place that Sri Krishna, supreme personality of Godhead, is the absolute enjoyer of all benefits derived from all kinds of work, sacrifice, cultivation of knowledge, that he is the absolute proprietor of all the material and spiritual worlds, that he is unalloyed friend and philosopher of all living entities, namely the gods or the rulers, the general people, the beasts and the birds, the reptiles, plants and trees, and all other animals residing in every nook and corner of the great universes. When such knowledge will be fostered from the vantage of the Gita Nagari, at that time only real peace and prosperity will usher in the world so anxiously awaited by the people of the world. So you can see that Gita Nagari was such a core component of fulfilling Srila Prabhupada's wishes of everybody being knowledgeable of the Gita, but not just knowledge, but also living. Devotees got together and were aware of this prophecy. So in 1974, they purchased the land out in Port Royal. Now, this was not called Gita Nagari. When Srila Prabhupada visited 2 years later, he looked at the barn and really taking a tour with the devotees, seeing such nice facilities. calves, the raising of the calves, the milk house, how there was production and science in relation to supporting and caring for the sacred animal of cows. So when Srila Prabhupada saw this, he said, "This shall no longer be named New Varshana. This is in fact Gita Nagari." So what he conceived almost 20 years ago, he knew that this is actually the land that I was writing about. So Gita Nagari took off in 1976 when Prabhupada visited. So this is just a general timeline. We won't go through all this, but you can see in 1985 through 1995, Gita Nagari started beginning some distribution to the cities. First was a product called Yogi Bars. So really combining just the mercy of the land and how to get it into people's hands. 1995 to 2005, the temple construction was complete from using the actual wood from the forest on Gita Nagari land. And in 2010 was the first operated CSA program, so more distribution of those vegetables and organic produce to the cities. In 2013, Gita Nagari became the first USDA certified slaughter-free dairy farm in North America. And from that point forward, we've gone through a lot of infrastructure upgrades, receiving a lot of support from devotees across the nation, and also people who are just being introduced to bhakti, but they have a general spiritual inclination to serving cows and being a part of an organization that really cares for animals and non-cruelty. So this is what Srila Prabhupada wanted, not just devotees to be interested and invested, but also anybody across the nation. But especially devotees should know what Gita Nagari is and the importance of it. So in 1978 was when Sri Radha Damodar arrived at Gita Nagari. So all in all, there are 2 properties that we have, 430 acres in total, 90 plus cows, and 20 plus devotees on at any given time. So you can see that there's unlimited potential for this to grow and expand, but we will always need your support, and that's so dear to Srila Prabhupada's heart and vision. 95 cows and counting, and 40 peacocks, majestic peacocks. We have 1 peacock that ends Mangalarti every single morning. So these 7 goals of Srila Prabhupada: compassion, education, cooperation, enthusiasm, support, simple living, and loving relationships. Let's look at what Srila Prabhupada mentioned. So in a conversation in Vrindavan, said how they were happy, the inhabitants of Vrindavan, with Krishna and living and cows. That I want to introduce, at any cost to do it. Produce, make the whole field green. See that. Therefore, I am asking so much. Farm, 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 farm. That is not my program, Krishna's program. Anand Bhavanti Bhutani. Produce greenness everywhere, everywhere. A letter in Vrindavan in 1977 says, this is the next aspect of Krishna consciousness which I wish to push forward. If I am able to travel again, then I shall visit the farms and make them perfect. On these farms, we can demonstrate the full Varanashram system. If these farms become successful, then the whole world will be enveloped by Krishna consciousness. And lastly, our farm projects are an extremely important part of our movement. We must become self-sufficient by growing our own grains and producing our own milk. Then there will be no question of poverty. So develop these farm communities as far as possible. And we need your help and support in order to do that. So this is our offering, and I'll pass it to Dasya.
so much, Chris, for that. And yeah, now I'd like to draw our attention a little bit to what we'd like to offer you all today. Okra and squash. So we'd like to offer you community, health, experience, and connection. So there's a very old model that was established. This model, CSA, connects the farmers, connects the consumers directly to the farmers. As you can see here, it's a subscription-based model for organic, seasonal produce directly from local farmers. Okay, I'm always embarrassed to show this next slide. Just get it over quickly. Okay. Here's me harvesting some butternut. Squash got a little squashed. Okay, so a little history here. Our CSA started in 2010 with 25 members, and since then has gone up to 115 members. So a little fun fact that you can see towards the back door, there's a metal stove with a little pipe, angled pipe coming up. So that's how we used to heat our greenhouses. And the thing about these wood stoves, as you know, you can't just turn it on like a propane heater. You have to continuously fill it every 3 or 4 hours, right? So yeah, somebody was getting up at midnight. So yeah, like I said, we'd like to invite you to join in this journey throughout the summer. Here you can see a field of okra and some different veggies you picked. Some volunteers did a few years ago. Fun fact, a few of these girls actually became devotees. Our orchard, party job, picking some beets. Zucchini, yeah. So, then I love this picture in the middle there. This is we're trying to get the Guinness World Record for the largest Loki ever grown. I think we were just a little short, so this year we'll try again. Okay, so benefits at a glance. Organic veggies have a superior flavor. Self-satisfaction in supporting conscious farming. Higher nutritional value using nutrient soil. Decrease bills, groceries, transportation, eating out. And decrease exposure to harmful chemicals, pesticides, GMOs, etc. This is a nice verse from Bhagavatam. So it's saying, anyone with a loud voice want to read this out? Okay. It's on the screen. Anyone want to read that?
Life desires should never be directed towards sense gratification. One should desire only a healthy life or self-preservation. Since a human being is meant for inquiry about the absolute truth, nothing else should be the goal of one's work.
Yeah, so I like this. Thank you for that. So I like this. So Bhaktivinoda, in one of his bhajans, actually he calls this body a sadhaka sarira, which means a body which is meant for sadhana. So our body is a vehicle for sadhana. So it's very important to keep the body healthy. Food safety alert. Okay, we forgot our. Yeah, we keep needing to bring a little sound effect machine like meh, meh, meh. Okay, so I thought, I'd like to show these slides just to show the delicacy of our food systems and how when things are produced on such a mass scale, it really compromises some of the integrity. You can see FDA recalled products since 2017. Dark chocolate, cheese, guacamole, muffin, iced muffin? I don't know. usual suspects, you can see, hopefully no which one of these companies there. Yeah. And then reasons for recall. Undeclared milk, undeclared eggs, so it's a gamble out there. You don't know what you're getting. So there's such a sense of safety to know exactly where your food is coming from, who's growing your food, and yeah, the integrity and practices which that food is being grown with. Cholera outbreak, okay. So just when we thought a package of salad greens was harmless, it could be more harmless than that. You can see here in 2022, 10 illnesses, 4 hospitalizations, 1 death, affected 4 states. So like I said, yeah, with mass production, unfortunately, comes compromising the quality. But CSA gives hope for the future. So, okay. Guys ready for a happy video? Love that video. Made by one of our brown chairs on the farm. Creative video. Okay, so I'm sorry. Okay, I love it. I probably should spare you guys. Okay, so our pricing. Get down this numbers here. So what we're offering is to come every week here to the temple, and just how you guys get milk, we'll also drop off boxes of vegetables, and the boxes of vegetables will have your name on it. You'll get a newsletter before, so you know exactly what's in it. And yeah, so that's what we're offering. Back to you. Okay, so what will be in those boxes? Average of 15 to 20 pounds per week, with 7 to 10 or more varieties of vegetables, some fruit, but mostly vegetables. And the season is June 2nd through October 27th, that's 22 weeks. And the price for that, full share $800 and half share $450. So there's an incentive. So get it before April, and there's a little bit of a discount. Yeah, okay, so the difference between half share and full share, you still get the same variety of vegetables, just get a little less. Okay, so price comparison, Whole Foods. So I did a calculation. I checked one of the Whole Foods here online, and I pretty much got 10 vegetables that we'd also be offering. And I averaged out what it would be. And it came out to $276. And yeah, and considering that it's $36 per week, with our offer, that comes out to actually 2 pounds per week. So not only is it supporting a good cause, getting nice organic local vegetables, also it's comparable price. Better price even. Okay, so I like this slide because it shows that there's actually a relation between the length of time between when your vegetables were harvested and when you eat them, and how actually this affects the health of the vegetables. You can just take a look at that. So even though, broccoli might look so nice there in the superstore with the mist on it and all that. It's how fresh is it actually? And yeah, we will harvest from our fields and deliver to your table within 5 days. So who do you think in this picture was the best harvester? The one hanging, exactly, yeah. Yeah. You should see in our greenhouses, like, that's crazy. Okay, so eating seasonally, yes, sometimes people want every type of vegetable at every time of the year. But actually, Nectar Devotion, Rupa Goswami actually states that one should offer to their deities seasonal vegetables. So we have many nice connections with the Amish. And because of this, yeah, sometimes we get vegetables from them to fill out our orders in case we have a crop failure or anything. So with 15 to 20 pounds of veggies, sometimes people think, yeah, oh my God, it's so much, you know. And I know it is sometimes, yeah, it seems a little overbearing, possibly. But yeah, these are some things. You can make smoothies. Anyone got one of those ninja bullet things here? I love them. You just push down and it's the bullet, magic bullet. Okay, so cook in bulk and freeze for later. Or yeah, cook it in some friends. You know, shit. Maybe someone at your workplace has never had a butternut squash pakora. That's a shame if you go your whole life without that. Or yeah, donate to the temple, or there's other ideas also. So share the wealth and show your support to this very important pillar of Srila Prabhupada's Grand Master Plan for giving Krishna consciousness to the world. So amazing, Prabhupada actually said that, if we saw one of those earlier slides displayed, that Prabhupada said, by establishing these farm communities, then the whole world will be enveloped by Krishna consciousness. You can see how it will happen, but it's the words of the pure devotee. You can see here the puzzle piece. We all have our part to play in this. So thank you so much. And yes, sign up today and get some raw honey from our bees. A lot of stings went to making this honey, so it's well worth it.
Thank you, Dasya. So, as you can see, the people who have participated in our CSA, like, it feels like a no-brainer for them. I mean, it's cheaper than the organic foods that you can get at the store. You don't have to worry about pesticides or it being recalled because it's been sprayed with something that you can't spell the name of. So, and also, there's a lot of spiritual dividends and mercy from that support, because every little bit helps us continue to expand and grow more, bring in more help, more volunteers, plant more seeds, lay more land. So it really is, you might not think, oh, okay, I'm just doing this because, it'll support me and my family, but also it's supporting a much larger vision and mission at Gita Nagari. So we want to thank you. And if you feel like you cannot support today or sign up for the CSA program, even though you can, there's also plenty of products that we brought from outside. So if you just want to walk away today with some paneer or some pepper jack cheese, a Himsa pepper jack cheese, and Himsa milk yogurt is outside these doors right here. We have a table out there, so if you just want to take something back to your home. But yes, we just want to open up the floor for any questions, any burning thoughts, anything that we didn't cover.
I just have a question.
Yes, please.
We can sign up for the program, but in the summer, if we're traveling to India for an extended period of time, we'll need to use it for 4 or 5 weeks because we're
Yeah.
then do you donate the product or?
Yeah, it's really up to the person who is the subscriber. So some people in the past, they've donated it to the temple. Some people have, like Dasya said, froze it, depending on the duration of time that they're going to be away. They can have somebody come and pick it up from the temple and deliver it or freeze it for them. So it's really up to the person, but those are some of the most common things that people do.
Yeah, you can just tell us. Yeah, you can just say I'll be gone for this amount of weeks, so don't give our shares, don't deliver our shares. And, I think we can work out a thing to cut prices for that week also. Those weeks.
Any other questions?
So you mainly have 2 seasons, right? Then? You have 2 seasons?
2 season, well, as we can see, from beginning of June till end of October.
So once.
Yeah, I guess once. Yeah, it's
22 weeks straight.
Someday we're hoping to start a winter CSC,
Yeah.
but let's see.
Because you have the greenhouse.
Yeah, we do have the greenhouses. I'm from California. I don't know how much I want to go out there in the snow and pick letters.
If someone wants to visit Gita Nagari like in the summer, how do somebody go? It's just drive there, or there you have to sign up, or?
Yeah, so the easiest thing is on our website, so gnecofarm.org. If you need that written down, we have some pamphlets out there that we can do. But gnecofarm.org, there's a link in there. As long as you let us know that you're coming, we can usually find some way to accommodate. The earlier you let us know, often the better. But yes, there's plenty there. There's accommodation, there's facade. Some people opt to do a farm tour. Some people opt to sign up for cow cuddling. There are many different experiences that you can have in a day visit. And then some people decide to stay overnight. Sometimes the usual is like for a weekend or something, 3 days. So yeah, that information is most easily accessible on the website. Sure. Hope to see you there. Sure. Okay, one more question. Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhupada Ki.
Still have a couple minutes if anybody has any questions. It's a rare opportunity to have devotees from Gitanagari. Maybe I'll do a testimonial that I used to live near Gitanagari. I went to Penn State University and it was a really good experience. And that was in the 90s. And Gitanagari these days is even better. They've improved the infrastructure. And then if you have a desire to have like a special day out with your family, definitely a good place to visit. The cows are very beautiful. It is said that, they actually did some study about that when the mother is about to have the child, if the mother is exposed to natural farm with cows for more than an hour or two, those children have a very small chance of developing any allergies. Like the allergies chances drop like anything. In America, almost like every other kid has some sensitivity or some allergy, because we're not exposed to these natural things. Cows are magical creatures. Everything they give are, the milk, of course, and the milk products, but even being near the cow puts your mind at peace, because cows are they're emanating mode of goodness, and they're so peaceful. So that's just one aspect of it, the cows. And also for the children to see where the food comes from, how it grows. And how when we want to perform devotional service, we want to offer food to the Lord, we want to cook with devotion, right? So you buy something from the store, you buy the atta, you make the roti, and then you offer with love to the Lord. Imagine if the vegetable, the seed was planted with love by devotees and is watered with love by devotees, and then the cow dung from the devotee cows was used, and then it was harvested with love by devotees and transported with love in the loving truck by devotees, and brought here in boxes by devotees. And then you take that and you lovingly add your devotional service into the offering. it's substantially better, even from the devotional quotient. What to speak of the taste? And Prabhupada said, it's 100 times better than just getting it in the store. So it's this win-win. I mean, Krishna makes a point of this. He tells us in 15th chapter about Gita, he says, I keep the planets afloat by my power. And the very next verse, he says, then I go into the moon, and from the moon I become the energy, and the rays of the moon enters into the vegetables. Right? And then he says, that I become the life force in the vegetables. And then he says, I become the fire of digestion that helps you digest that. So you can see how Krishna is embracing us from the cosmic level to the molecular level. And when devotees are involved in this, and when you take part in this, you're supporting not just your own bodily health, your spiritual health, but you're supporting an initiative that Prabhupada really wanted supported. So I think it's, any of you think it's practical, if you feel it's practical, it's a great way to support this movement, the Nagari Farm. Yes, Raman.
I like to support the full season through this temple cost $800.
Haribol. Thank you, Ramana. Ramana was a sponsor, one full share toward this temple for this system. Thank you, bro. Haribol. Jai Ho. So like that, you can sponsor for the temple, you can sponsor for yourself and take it. It supports Gitanagari. It supports your stomach and your good health. So, any other questions while the Prabhus are here? Yes.
Can Prabhu can describe how Gitanagari was when the milk is being utilized to serve Shri Radha Damodar in different ways and what prepared?
If you can.
Yeah, so we have a standard there. Like every morning they get a cup of milk and a cup of yogurt. So I cooked for many years for the day's breakfast, and every morning our milkman, the milk Prabhu, would come in and drop the day's worth of one bottle of milk, one bottle of yogurt, and then so it's nice. And then of course every day we offer paneer also to the deities. Yeah.
Is there any plan to grow grains in Gitanagari?
We in our new property that we got, just about 5 miles away, we are growing quite a bit of wheat there. So looking at, and we just got these big storage silos for them. So I think our temple president Dhruva, he just went to Govardhan Eco Village, so I think he got very inspired. He was already growing wheat before, but I think now he's really that up. So anyways, wheat production is already there. I think he's just playing with ideas for storage and how to mill it. But I think, is anyone interested in buying Gitanagari flour? Is that something? Yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'll pass on the word that there's an interest for that.
And that's really the relationship that we want to form. Like, what do people need in the cities? And whatever the need is, we can always find a way to do it. Yes.
Thank you so much for a wonderful presentation. I don't have a question, but I just wanted to add a little something.
Yes, please.
If you know this differently, but my understanding is that even before the farm was called New Varshana, the devotees referred to the farm, and maybe Prabhupada himself referred to the farm as the New York farm. Because the New York temple was actually involved in purchasing,
Yes.
and there was that relationship. But it may seem really strange to us that you have a farm in Pennsylvania, and everyone called it the New York farm. But that was part of Prabhupada's vision that every city temple should have a relationship with a farm. And so the relationship for this really important temple in New York City, Radha Govinda Mandir, was with what is now today Gitanagari. And so there's that natural relationship that Prabhupada foresaw have. And I believe, I was just trying to find out this information, but I believe that at that time, the temple in New York was was on 55th Street in Manhattan. And in addition to Raghavinda, our Gaur Nitai, at least the Chota Gaur Nitai that are on the altar here in Tolako, were actually on that altar. So, in a very real way, Gitanagari is actually also our armchair. And I just want to encourage all the devotees to have that feeling that this is not just like, we should have this picture, we should feel that desire and also support, to be supported by this project.
Yes, thank you. All true. Thank you.
Way back in 2010, we used to get raw milk from Gitanagari. I'm talking about those days, and we got a chance also to milk the cow and Dhruva Prabhu and Mataji. So you guys, I know you cannot transport across the border, or do you still have raw milk being taken out of Pennsylvania? Can we get raw milk without pasteurized?
I don't know about, I think there is some legal complication with that.
Yeah, we used to get that way back in 2010, in 2012, 2011, 12. We used to get raw milk. Wonderful. Such a healing.
Yeah, we can definitely ask, but I think some of the parameters and policies have also not necessarily gotten stricter, but we've become more aware of them. So we're trying to sustain our own organization and practices to make sure that it's always in alignment with all of the policies as well. So yeah, but we'll definitely ask and see if it's still possible. Thank you. Okay, thank you everyone.
Shri Prabhupada ki, Gitanagari Dham ki, Shri Radha Damodar ki, Hari Hari Bol. So we're gonna have prasadam next. We served out in just a minute. So please, if you're gonna take prasadam in the temple room, please try to complete taking prasadam by 6:45 so that we can have enough time to clean upstairs. Hare Krishna. Shri Gaur Nitai ki.
It's fine, it's invitational.